Hey guys, what's up? So I thought now more than ever would be a perfect time to sit down and just sort of like chit chat, you know? Catch up on some things, tell you how I'm doing during this quarantine. Yeah, so all in all, some days are really good for me and some days are really, really bad. If you don't know, I live by myself. And I do have, I think I have depressive tendencies. Like I have some spouts of depression here and there, and I just got new medication that I think might be affecting my hormones too. So I think that's also making it like sort of worse in a way. But yeah, so some days are good, some days are bad. But that's just sort of how it is, and I gotta deal with it. Oh my gosh, is that a spider? That's a spider in my house. Oh my gosh. I was driving the other day and there was a spider in my car, and needless to say, I sort of freaked out and I ended up having to kill it with my credit card because it was the only flat thing that was near me. And then after I killed the spider, there was a giant wasp that hung out like right in front of my face and was like cleaning pollen off of himself for like 2 hours. I kid you not, because I was driving from Georgia. Anyways, yeah, so this time has been super weird for me. It is my senior year. I have gone to school for many, many years and I'm finally graduating. I was so excited to have like my senior stuff, like senior week, to have like graduation and things like that. And I was like not finally, but I was meeting some really cool people, making some really good friends. And it just sort of hit all at once, and I feel like I lost it all, and that sort of sucked. Just so you know, I'm not saying the word of the virus that is going around, only because YouTube has been deleting videos that say it in there in case people are giving out false information. So I will not be doing that, and I will not be acknowledging the name of what's going on right now. So yeah, yeah, I have online school right now, which is okay. It just sort of sucks because I'm very much a person that needs to go in. I need to sit down, listen to lecture, and like pay attention and have that time in lecture so that I can understand it. And then other than that, I don't really study other than looking over my notes like once or twice. But now I don't have that, and it's really hard because we use Ring Central, and which is pretty much just like a webcam. And I get so distracted. Obviously, I have my 2 dogs. I think that's one of them right there. I have my 2 dogs, and I love them to death, and they're so happy that I'm home. But yeah, they can be really distracting while I'm trying to pay attention. And also online tests, they make me so anxious, and I don't know why. Just like waiting until like noon or like, you know, at 11:59, like the tension that I get from the impending doom of the test. Yeah, I'm just sort of anal when it comes to grades. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. Especially with my major, like I want to learn the stuff so that if I have to go to grad school or if I have to take a exam to get into grad school, I want to know this stuff. And a lot of the professors are not teaching us, and it's not their fault, but they're not teaching us all the stuff that we were supposed to be taught this semester. And obviously people are going to be cheating and not learning the information because it is online, and we're going to be, you know, just not taught everything, which sort of sucks. And it's unfortunate, but we just gotta, you know, move on with it. So that's my thoughts on school. I really should have had something like planned out in how to say all of this because I feel like I'm just rambling. So as far as things that I've been doing, I'm really fortunate that I have an amazing boyfriend who will hang out with me because I do live by myself. And I'm not even gonna lie, like after the first, I think it was like 2 or 3 days of social isolation, I cried and I like broke down because I don't think that anyone truly understands how lonely it can be sometimes if you live by yourself. And I never chose to live by myself. I never wanted to live by myself, but like sometimes it gets to me. And there are lots of pros to living by yourself, but especially when the gym was taken away, school was taken away, like socializing in public was taken away, that's when it really hit me. And yeah, I got to just lay it out on the table and break down for a minute, and then I think I was better. But yeah, so I've been hanging out doing that. I've been cooking a lot. I actually went to Georgia to visit my brother. We didn't go out or anything. We just stayed at his place. He has a giant yard, and so my dogs were able to play out there. He has a fence. So I was there for 5 days, and obviously I got really tan because I was reading books and just laying outside. I love to be outside. I'm like totally a nature girl. That was so cringy. Yeah, but I love to be outside, so I read a couple books. I finished the book about the YouTuber who fell in love with like I think it was like a Serbian mafia guy. It's called A Sucky Love Story. And now I'm reading a book about the bling ring. And if you don't know what that is, it's about, sorry, I was trying to think of the girl's name and then I just totally spaced out. I can't even remember her name. But if you just type it in, she has a YouTube channel and a podcast, but it's about the bling ring, and they are the people that robbed Paris Hilton's house and like a bunch of other people's houses, like Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Bloom, yada yada yada. They robbed people, and that's pretty good. So I've been just trying to like keep my brain occupied. Obviously, I've cleaned my house several times. I've purged through things. I've like gotten things to give away, although Goodwill isn't open, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that stuff. But yeah, I've done puzzles, and what's funny is Amazon has no puzzles in stock now. Where were you people before? Yeah, I've been looking for puzzles. I found one left at Target and I bought it and I did it, and now I have no more. And then yeah, obviously school I've been doing. Lots of YouTube. What I've been trying not to do is during the day sit on the sofa and watch TV, because then I will just sit there, I will eat, I will feel depressed, and I will not be happy. So I try to keep myself occupied to like 5 or 6, and I'm not alone by myself. I'm making this sound like I'm alone by myself all the time. But like I will go over to other people's houses and stuff, just like not with a bunch of people, if that makes sense, like the same people, obviously, just like my boyfriend's place. And but I do like to have my time, or I don't know how to put this, but I don't want to be intrusive on other people, so I like to stay here, and then that's when I'm like, okay, we can't be on the sofa, we need to be doing things, you know? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, my boyfriend and I went to Serval, Tennessee, and if you don't know where that is, it's like in between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and we went there on March 13th, that weekend, and I live in North Carolina, so that was pretty much the last weekend that anything was open, and I had an amazing weekend in the mountains. But then when we came back, it was so weird because we were joking and we were like, what if we come back and everything's closed? And that literally happened, and it was just really weird. Yeah, but on a positive note, this is a great time to get things done that I didn't have time to do before, such as filming and cleaning. Something else I want to talk about is, obviously I'm graduating, so I think I'm gonna make a video about this, but my plan was to get a job for like a year or so and like get someone to be able to pay for my graduate school that I end up wanting to do. And yeah, nowhere's hiring now. I have been applying to jobs since February, and then obviously this all hit, so now I'm getting emails that's like, we're pausing this position because of the coronavirus, you know, things like that. Like, people aren't hiring, people are losing their jobs, which is so sad, and I'm like watching my friends who have jobs get unemployed pretty much, which is really sad. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I took the GRE. I didn't study. I studied for a week, and I took the GRE. I did pretty well for not studying. I'm probably gonna take that again. And the reason I would take that would be if I wanted to pursue like an MBA or something like that. that goes along with, I am also applying to pharmacology school, doctorate pharmacology, because there's a school 30 minutes away from my house, which would be super convenient. I'm not looking to move, so that would be nice. And they have an MBA and doctorate program that you can do together, so that would be fine. I'm just sort of trying to figure it out. I never thought that I would be graduating and that no place would be hiring, or like very little places would be hiring. So I don't think anyone was prepared for that. So I'm just sort of working on dealing with that right now. And yeah, there's something else I wanted to say, but now I can't remember. I remember now. So I also wanted to share some of the Netflix and Hulu stuff I've been watching, because why not just be positive and help share? Because I know everyone is probably bored. So I've watched I think it's Gabriel Hernandez trials on Netflix. That is super good. I think it's on HBO Go. There is, I think her name's Michelle Carter, the girl who like pretty much prompted her boyfriend to commit suicide. That trial's really good. I would recommend watching that. My boyfriend and I watched, it's like Night on Earth on Netflix. If you like nature documentaries, I would 100% recommend watching that. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's at night, so you see a whole different perspective of those. I'm sort of nerdy and I think that's really cool. I also watched the Michael Jackson one. It's about all the little kids that he associated with when he was alive, and that one was really interesting. I had no idea what any of that was about before, so that was super eye-opening. But yeah, those are some good ones that I recommend. Yeah, I just want to sort of end this off on a positive note and say that this will all get better. I have I get very anxious when I don't know what's happening and I don't have answers for things. So I just want you guys to know that I am probably feeling the same way that you are, and it'll all be over hopefully sometime soon. I hope everyone is being healthy. I hope that people use this time to make your relationship stronger with people, not necessarily seeing them face to face, but perhaps like over the phone, you know, building relationships that way, doing things that you didn't have time to do before. And yeah, maybe, I don't know where that sentence was going. Just not sleeping all day. Do something productive with yourself. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you guys are. And until next time, bye.